Hi there, my name is Monicah. I'm a school outreach specialist with Mishawaka-Penn-Harris Public Library. So today I've got 3 books that you might be interested in, and if you like any of these titles, check out your school library or your public library to find these books and read them. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna go kind of fast. So our first book is called The Benefits of Being an Octopus. Okay, so when I first picked up this book, I had no idea what it was about. I actually thought that it was a science book about talking about octopuses. But in fact, it is about a 7th grader named Zoe, and her life is a little bit rough. She has to take care of her younger brother and sister while her mom works a part-time job, and they've just recently moved into a pretty nice trailer with her mom's new boyfriend, Lenny. Lenny likes everything just so, and he's not exactly nice, but Zoe is trying to survive and do all that she can. She has a rough time in school, and one day her teacher decides to kind of encourage / force her to join the debate team. And even though she's usually very quiet, she decides that she has to join this debate team, and it makes some pretty big changes in her life. This one is a pretty intense read. It's so good. You will find yourself cheering for Zoe, and maybe seeing some of yourself or someone you know in her story. So that is The Benefits of Being an Octopus. Really great story. I highly recommend it. Next we have Squirm by Hiaasen. Okay, so if you're looking for something funny, not very serious at all, this is a really great one for you. All of Hiaasen's books are just hilarious, and most of them start in Florida. So we meet Billy Dickens, and he has a weird kind of setup. He lives with his mom, and they've moved several times in order to be close to bald eagle nests. You'll see why. So Billy is in middle school, and he puts a snake in his locker to keep people from getting into his locker, which is maybe not the best choice. Actually, it's a really bad choice. And so Billy has that kind of life. So he finds out that his long-lost dad, who he's not talked to in a long time, is in Montana. So Billy travels from Florida to Montana to find his dad. And along the way, let's see, he flies across the country, he hikes a mountain, he floats a river, he dodges a grizzly bear, he shoots down a spy drone, he saves a neighbor's cat, he saves an endangered panther, and then he tries to save his father. So if you're looking for a really fast-paced, just really entertaining story that has a lot to do with nature, you've got Squirm. And finally, possibly my favorite book of the entire year. So you need to read this like now. So this is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, and it is so amazing. So we meet Tristan. He is recovering from the death of his best friend. His best friend Eddie passed away in a car accident, and Tristan and Eddie, one of their favorite things to do was to tell stories, to retell fairy tales, especially from African American history that haven't really been told much in writing, but have been talked about. So we're talking about John Henry, who worked on the railroads, but was a giant of a man who was extremely powerful and strong and carried a giant, possibly magical hammer. Sounds kind of familiar. Someone we know maybe has that idea too. Tristan is spending the summer with his grandparents. He lives in Chicago, but he's spending the summer in Alabama with his grandma, who always tells him all of these legends and folk tales from her past. So one night, Tristan is woken up by I guess it's a wooden doll that happens to be really sticky. Trust me, it makes sense in the story. And the wooden doll is stealing the journal that Eddie and Tristan used to write all the stories down. So Tristan chases the doll into the woods, and he accidentally punches a tree, which oddly enough happens to be a portal into a whole new world called Mid-Pass. So Tristan falls through the sky into this world with the doll, the wooden doll, and discovers that he's in the middle of a battle between all of these characters that he thought weren't real, but were all from mythology, including John Henry, Anansi the Spider. You may be familiar with Anansi the Spider, who is also a trickster, Brer Rabbit, and some other amazing characters. And so Tristan has to use his storytelling abilities to save this world of Mid-Pass. That's just the start of it. This is amazing. Seriously, my new favorite book. So you need to read Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, because I believe there are sequels coming out. Okay, so that's all the stories. I hope there's something in here that caught your attention. Check out your public library, go to your school library, find some really great books to read. I'll see you later.